And really, my fix, if I was a motion twin developer, would just be to, like, wait, you could parry that? Okay, maybe I just need to put more hours in the game. I did not know you could parry that. That is crazy. Hey guys, so a bit of a different video than normal. As you can tell, I'm depressed. And the reason why I'm depressed is because the shield spawned at the start. So I'm gonna try using it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this on this channel typically you'll see like hit list runs through Cataclysmic. You'll see, this weapon is busted in Cataclysmic. I've done Cataclysmic with pretty much every weapon, not the shield, and for good reason. You're gonna see why in a moment. So yeah, I'm confident that I'm not making it through the whole thing. Let's see. I'm trying to look for like a healing something. No. Okay. Yeah. So I have lots of problems with the shield, and this is probably, I would say, yeah, I'm pretty confident this is the biggest problem in Windblown currently. This weapon, it's has potential, but it's trash, especially on the higher difficulties like Cataclysmic. Because if you think about it, part of the best part about roguelites is that anything can be viable. No, I didn't say you can go into a run with anything and it could be a god run. That's not what I'm saying. But there's a potential every time you load into a run in a roguelite, in a good roguelite, that whatever you have could be amazing, right? Same concept applies in Windblown. Like you could start a Sirocco run and you get a bunch of goo gifts, right? Because you have goo bomb or whatever. Not so good. But the potential of getting crit blast, maybe getting fiery claws, right? The potential for the god run is there. For the shield, it's not there. Yes, you could show, you could do like the hex gift kind of thing where like it heals you off of your base hits, so you're always healing because let's face it, you're gonna be taking damage with the the shield at some point or another. But is that really playing the shield, or are you just playing your life at that point, right? You could do that with any weapon. I could just hold the fish knife, right? No secondary weapon, and just heal myself off of hex gifts if I wanted to. Now it'd be a very long run, and it'd be a very boring run, but I could do it. So I'm not really a subscriber when people say like, of course you can play with the shield. You just need a bunch of hex gifts. Plus hex gifts are hex gifts. They're a bit more rare. They have that trade-off. I'm just talking in general here. And the shield is really unique in the sense that in all of the difficulties that Windblown has, I feel like every weapon is viable, like I was talking about, right? The fish knife is probably the same potential in Clear Skies as it is in Cataclysmic. The shield is different. It gets worse the higher difficulty you go, because you see this this is a recent change to the shield here. Reduces damage taken when held in hand, so it has like a passive defense type thing. But that doesn't really matter too much in Cataclysmic because you're not going to be healing that health if you do get hit. And of course, enemies hit harder because after all, it's Cataclysmic. And then some attacks. This is my second grievance, or my fifth. I don't even know what number I'm at here. Okay. See there? Took 63 even though I was holding the shield. Maybe I dropped it trying to parry, but you get the idea. It still has passive damage reduction. But what I'm getting at, my next point was that it's all this run isn't. Why am I invested in this run? This run is not. I'm using the shield. But I have 200 hours in this game, 200 plus. I've done hitless runs, speed runs, all that fun, trinket only runs, all that great stuff. I don't know all of the attacks that are or not parryable, because some attacks are parryable, some attacks are not parryable, and some attacks I would say are parryable, but they don't feel parryable. If that makes, like this fart attack, I don't think you can parry it. I've tried it countless times. I don't think you can parry that one. The same thing with the shockwaves and headbanger, or the red naval-less brother. You can't parry those shockwaves either, as far as I'm aware. So some attacks are just not parryable. So you may be watching this video and you may be thinking, well, Hyperion, you just got to get good with the shield. You got to put in the hours to know every single enemy and every single attack and know which ones are parryable. And I think that's BS, I would say, because I have 200 hours and that's not enough. Granted, I haven't been using the shield for 200 hours, but I've been playing the game quite a bit, and I don't know all the attacks that are parryable. And frankly, I don't want to try, right? Because if I'm wrong and I think to myself, okay, this attack is parryable, and I'm wrong, there goes a nice chunk of my health. So yes, you can show me clips of people in endless, right? They're in loop 50 or whatever with a shield that has affixes that roll off the screen, and you're like, well, look at that, the shield is busted. Well, of course, it's endless. Anything is busted if you have 500 affixes. Same, ninja stars would be busted. Any weapon would be busted at that stage of the game. I'm talking about starting off a run in Cataclysmic. Any weapon you could probably try your best, right? It's Cataclysmic, so the chance of a run being successful is pretty low. But with the shield, it's basically zero, I would say. Now, of course, this is kind of like a self-imposed challenge here. Ordinarily, I wouldn't have picked it up. I would have done Fish Knife and Raven Blade, but I'm just trying to make a point here that, here, I know I can parry this, and of course the parry attack is good. See, I'm getting these parries here because these enemies are this variant here. I don't know what is parryable. Are these projectiles parryable? I really don't know. All right, that slam is parryable. So I'm learning, right? And I didn't take damage. But what if I was wrong? Then I would be down quite a lot of health. And this is just stage 1. I'm already down 2 flasks. And as you can tell, I'm not having a good time. And the shield is a bit weird because you have to, like, in most games with a shield, like you raise the shield up before you get hit, and that's how you do like the reflex parry or whatever the mechanic is. Windblown is different because you have to drop it. Now I think actually there was a recent change where it's changed where you can just bring it up right before you get hit, but I'm too used to the old shield, so I don't know if that's true or not. Like, I'm trying here. Hold on. Yeah, you can. Alright, so you can bring it up. Feels weird though. So they have both in where you can either drop it right before you get hit, or you can raise it right before you get hit. Yeah. Like I said, I can complain about this for a long time. And the actual alter attack of the shield, like this little thing, it blocks hits apparently, or it does damage, which is definitely a welcome. Oh wait, those projectiles I don't think you can parry, but admittedly I did not try. Um, yeah, guys, I don't. This weapon's trash. It's just, I don't know. I just, okay. Bad timing on my part. Okay, worst timing on my part. Okay, that one, I didn't even drop it in. You saw how much damage I took while actually blocking it? Alright, there, at least pulled it off. Let's see. Oh, I gotta lock in here. Okay, mission failed. Okay. Oh, goodness. So, I'm trying to be like objective about it and think like, okay, maybe I just got to do more runs with the shield, right? I just got to get more reps in, do 20 runs, and eventually I'll be able to make it through stage 1, pairing everything. And then I got to do another 20 runs for stage 2, and then stage 3, and then stage 4, whatever. I could just do it in clear skies. Clear skies, it's going to be less punishing. Enemies aren't going to hit as hard, and I'll be able to heal at the end of each stage. My main argument here, if I were to summarize things very neatly, or as neatly as I can, would be that the shield gets worse the higher difficulty because it is more punishing, right? It's punishing because if you don't get the parry, right, if you just block or you miss the parry, you take damage, and yes, the reduces damage taken is nice, but the higher difficulties you take more damage, there's less healing. That's the point I'm trying to make. And then the counter argument to that is, well, just learn all the attacks you can parry. And basically my counter to that counter is that it's not fun, right? It's just not fun to go into 20 runs and just learn every single attack and be like, okay, can I parry this, can I not parry this? Yeah, it's satisfying in clear skies to just parry everything, or just because if you mess up, you're not going to take that much damage. It's okay. But Cataclysmic is different. It's probably the only weapon that is just significantly worse to take in these harder difficulties. And the whole endless argument of, like, showing me a shield with 500 affixes, freezes when parrying, or puts goo when parrying, or puts curse when parrying, or the blade affix. I mean, that's endless. I think a lot of things are busted in endless. It's depending on what you have going for you, but you'll never get to endless if you have the shield off of the spawn in Cataclysmic. So it's very unique in that regard where starting off the run, I just will never take it. Sure, I would like to hear from you guys, the the really good players out there who use the shield, all two of you. Uh, I would really like to see what like a great shield player looks like, someone who's put in the hours to know every attack that you can and can't parry. Because I'm not that guy, right? There's weapons that are way more fun, way more rewarding, I would say, and just cooler weapons. So motion, this is just a petition, a plea to Motion Twin to please, please, please buff the shield. Not even buff the shield, just rework the shield. I don't know what they got to do to fix it. I don't know. I'm not a game developer, but I do think the combination of the old and new shield might be good. Or perhaps you Alrighty. Okay. I'll do it. Oh, okay. That was unplanned. That was crazy. Because the old shield, you used to be able to block, and if you didn't parry, you just held the shield, you would just negate the hit, and of course you wouldn't get the full alter attack. 400% I just got there, but you'd still get a little bit from it, and I thought that was nice. So that would be my change. Combine it, keep the passive. What the hell? What? Ayo, yo, chill. Bro, you're gonna get vertigo. Please, stop. No.
10 years later.
Real talk. Should I interrupt this? Should I attack him? Should I wait? I feel like it's rude to disrupt him while he's spinning. I think I'll just wait. Alrighty, buddy, it's time to go. I gotta rant about the shield. Okay, my bad. I was not familiar with your game. Look at that. Yeah, so I do like the concept of the shield. I think pairing has a place, and I think having that big 400% alter attack is really rewarding. I like that. I do not like what they removed, where you could just hold it. Because if I hold it there, I'm taking damage. Well, that's a projectile. And that one I held, and I took 21 damage. Yeah, guys. I mean, I feel like I've made my point. I've made multiple points. And really, my fix, if I was a Motion Twin developer, would just be to, like, wait, you could parry that? Okay, maybe I just need to put more hours in the game. I did not know you could parry that. That is crazy. Okay. My bad. I was wrong. The shield is great. No, did you guys see that? I just bounced the dude's projectile back. I did not know you could do that with projectiles. Alright, but the fart, I'm pretty sure you can do it with the fart. Damn. Wait, I'm popping off right now. Alright, that one I had to dodge because I messed up the timing. Boom! Wait, I'm peeking with this. Hold on. Hit me. Alright, I want to see. What can I parry with this? Can I parry this attack here? No, you can't. Can you? Alright, I got scared. This one I know you can. But I want the fart. No, you can't. Okay, bro, I'm riding the highest highs and the lowest lows right now. I really don't know what to make of this weapon. But basically, Motion Twin, if I could ask for anything, if Christmas came early, I would just ask for the shield to make it where you can block attacks and not take damage. Like there, I took 21. 21! And I'm on Cataclysmic. I'm not getting that health back. Please, Motion Twin. Please, I beg of you. So that's it. Please, in the comments, let me know, have you beaten Cataclysmic with this shield? And I mean, keeping the shield the whole way through, right? I could probably do a run where I go all the way to stage 4, right before the Nameless Brothers, and I buy a shield from the shop. I could probably do that because that shield has affixes. I have a build going. I have health, right? I have maybe a hex gift that heals me. I could do that. I'm talking about starting a run with this just off the gate. Pretty much impossible, in contrast to every other weapon where you could definitely make it work. That's really my main point, and I think the shield is probably the worst weapon in the game. I'm curious how much you guys think. I'm gonna go and fight this elite here and probably die. Look at that. You can't parry that. You cannot parry that. I'm done. I need a break. Someone get me a beat bolt, get me an eye blade, get me out of here.